Hey friends, Alabama, Floridians, are you looking for the ultimate hybrid boat? We've got it right here. It's in stock and we have got to get it out of here. Today we're at L&M Marine and I'm with my guy David, and we're going to talk to you about this Blazer Bay 2700 hybrid. And this is it's a time of year, David, where we got to move inventory, right?
Correct.
And it happens every year. We get models, we gotta get new ones in, and so we gotta move some out. What is it about this boat here that has people so excited? Because I'm looking at it, she is fully loaded. So what is it about this Blazer Bay?
So the exciting part about this one is in the past, Blazer's been known for inshore small bay boats. This is their first offering into the big boy market. This boat is designed, it's a double stepped hull, it's designed for speed, it's designed for handling, it's designed to go inshore, offshore. This is a boat, if you want to go catch some trout up in the bay, it's great for it. If you want to go 40 miles offshore, go chasing kings and snapper, it's good for it too.
You can do all the things.
It's really, it does a lot of things really well.
Okay, great. Now, because this specific video is about this specific model, let's go ahead and tell you right now about pricing. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a full walkthrough in the boat so that you can see it. We want you to be able to go online and compare this price versus others in the market, because I can guarantee you, you're not gonna find a hybrid price in the Gulf area right now for what this is priced for. So let's talk about MSRP, David, and let's talk about what it's priced for right now if they come in here to the store.
So MSRP on this boat is $278,595.
Okay, $278,595, all right.
We're motivated to move it. We got it down to $199,999.
Okay, $199,999. So
under $200,000.
Yeah, it's like, about $80,000 off of the regular price. And so if you're looking for that fully loaded boat, and so let's now go from here. Let's get inside. Let's look at all this has got. I'm pretty excited to show it to you. Come on. So let's start from stern and go to bow, David. Talk about the power that's on here and what that means in terms of speed and fuel economy.
So on this particular, the way this one's outfitted here, we've got the dual 200 Yamahas on it. Yep. That's gonna give you a lot of hole shot out of this boat. It's gonna get it up on plane, get it riding real good, real quick. They also offer it with single motors. The duals are better for offshore if you're gonna be mainly going out there fishing. Yeah. You've always got a backup, you ever have a failure. The fuel economy is about the same as a single, but it's going to give you a lot more hole shot, a lot better acceleration.
So top end speed, roughly, you could expect what on this boat?
Mid to low 50s on this one.
Right, so mid to low 50s. I noticed too, we've got a jack plate back there. So for those unfamiliar with why that is a big positive is what?
The big positive of that one is it gives you a little more adjustability. So if you're getting into skinny water, you're getting into a place where you need those motors a little bit higher up. Yep. This one does have a Bob's jack plate, which as far as jack plates go is the best of the best.
That's the best. Okay.
As far as reliability, as far as lifting strength, as far as ease of operation, Bob's is the best, second to none. So by having that with these motors, when you're getting into the skinny water, if you're chasing speckled trout or redfish or something like that, you can move those motors up.
Right.
Still be able to maneuver in the shallower water without worrying about digging your scagging into the ground, scratching your prop up, anything like that.
Yeah, and just, you look at this, it's like all the elements of this boat say hybrid, hybrid, hybrid. Allows you to do, if you are saying to yourself, I just need a boat that does everything. It looks to me like all the features I'm seeing, because we've got, our power pole here as well, which allows, once again, it's like a very specific type of fishing that allows us to do. And the good thing is, if somebody comes in here for this boat, and correct me if I'm wrong, lots of times you get it coming in for a boat, you're like, I gotta add this electronic. Like, they're not gonna add anything to this.
This boat is perfect for somebody that wants to come in. They don't want to worry about what electronics they're gonna add. They don't want to have to worry about what do I need for this, what do I need for this. This boat, I kind of called it, say this one here is like the ultimate Gulf Coast rig out. You've got a power pole here. If you want to go down to the island, you want to go to Crab Island over in Pensacola, you want to go to Robinson Island down in Orange Beach, you got your power pole to anchor off there. You got the dual motors for if you're going inshore or offshore. Yeah. When we get to the front, you'll see we got a trolling motor if you're doing any bay fishing, anything like that. It does have spot locks so if you're offshore. You got multiple live wells. We're standing on top of 2 of them right now.
Let's look at that as we're looking at it. So we got a live well there, and rounded, of course, blue color. And so nice size to it as well.
They've got great big old openings on them. So when you're in there reaching in there to chase that last bait, you're not going to be, you know, up to the elbow in it trying to.
You can't appreciate that unless you've done it before and you're just trying to, you know, get up in there with your.
That bait can sit in there all day long. That last bait is going to get a breath of energy like he ain't never had before, right before you go to pull him out of there.
And of course, we've got this. It's a bench as well as your platform. So we got plenty of platform back here. But if you're going to go on that, you know, long run, if you want to have more people on here, so you can put a couple people here, a couple people in that center console. So
and by being directly behind the console there, say you're running out, say it's a little bit windier day, you're shielded by that wind. So you're not going to get, you know, or if you're running back in the rain, the console is going to eat up a lot of the weather. This is going to be a pretty dry place to sit.
Okay, perfect. All right, so as we move towards that console, now we've got the equipment. Looks like we've got some equipment and an additional live well here as well.
Yeah, you got some tackle storage down underneath. Of course, you have the bait well. You do got the tape measure built into the boat here.
Yep.
That's the first thing the DMR guy asks when he comes on the boat is, where's your tape measure?
So that's actually required?
Not a requirement, but if you're out there catching fish, he wants to make sure that you're checking them and making sure whether you are or not. He wants to know that you've got a way to check them.
Yeah, perfect. All right, that sounds good.
Now this is a lighted live well bait well as well. There are LED lights in there, so if you're out there night fishing, you can also see what you're doing. And
I'm seeing too, just back here, we've got the JL audio, big speakers. I mean, those are upgrades too, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Right, this one has the level 2 audio is what Blazer Bay calls it. It adds the subwoofers, you get the overhead speakers, the in-transom speakers. This boat will scream. If you're looking to go out and ride and have a good time, it's got a great audio system.
Yeah, so it's gonna have it. And then, I mean, we're not gonna have, we're not lacking where we can put like rods. This is like, let me look at the total number of rocket launchers we have. You know, it's like, looks like we got 12, 13, something like that. We got 13 just here alone.
So this one here comes equipped, this one has the tournament style rod rack.
Okay.
So what that is, if you're gonna be out there fishing for a long weekend or if you're tournament fishing, they wanna have rods rigged and ready to go. So this particular one has extra rod holders over what the standard one does.
Oh yeah.
That is an ad for this. So you got it rigged up, you just grab another one, keep fishing.
Wow,
it does also have the 45 degrees, so if you're out there trolling for kings, doing something like that, you're ready to go.
Nice. All right, let's keep moving up here. I'm excited about the helm area, and it looks to me like when you all designed this one out, you said, let's just get everything we can get with it.
Yeah, I think when they ordered this one, they just said, whatever the best is, give us that.
Yeah, so tell us about what we're seeing here.
You got dual 8616 Garmin units. This is the best of the best of the best of Garmin. These units, if you were to add them, you're looking to spend another $12,000 to $15,000. That comes with the boat.
Right.
It is all integrated, so everything's networked together. So your Yamaha display is going to display up here. You're going to be able to link it to all your electronics on here. It's going to give you all your information there. This boat also has the XM weather, which is one of the newer things out there. A lot of people are getting away from radar because they don't know how to interpret it. Versus the XM weather, it picks up where you're at and it's going to give you the weather forecast for your location.
Oh, interesting.
It's a subscription service, but it's a lot easier and it's a lot more reliable than relying on radar or just, oh, I see clouds.
Right. Looking at these helm chairs, I like how they've got that impression where your back is, right? So it's a lot more comfortable if you're standing up. But at the same time, we've got, and this is something that I'm a stickler about, you've got a place to put your feet here and behind you, right? Both of it. Now, somebody is like, sees that and like, yeah, you got this is an issue with a lot of boats. I've got a boat that my feet dangle, drives me crazy. And they didn't really take the time to think about where you're gonna put your feet, you know, and you want to press against something oftentimes. Here you can do it both ways. You can adjust the steering wheel. I mean, I really appreciate that.
Well, that's also a safety thing too. If you're out there riding, your feet are dangling, you hit a wave, there's less points of contact with you there.
That's exactly right.
If you're braced, you're stable. If you hit a wave, you're not going to get tossed into the floor or tossed off wherever.
And that is so true.
Now, one of the things I love about the way this is set up though, so my family goes out, I'm a stander, my wife's a sitter.
Okay.
So for example, where you're at right here, you got it all set up for sitting.
Yes.
But a lot of the boats, the ones that do have bracing, it's one big brace here. I'm hitting my heels, I'm hitting my ankles on the bar. You've got your own independent, I've got my own independent.
That's important.
You've also got an armrest here if she wants it, if you don't want it.
Right.
They put a lot of thought into the design of this helm and console.
Yeah, I love it. And then now, looking what we have here with the tower, if somebody wants to cobia fish, they can certainly do that. And this is a pretty expensive upgrade. I mean, it's a nice tower. I mean, it's set up here. Any thoughts on the tower itself for cobia? Because I mean, if you've never caught cobia before, folks, to me, it's like the brown bomber. It's just, there's nothing more fun.
Catching them's second only to eating them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
you wrap them in bacon, throw them on the grill. There's nothing tastes better.
Right, and that is true. That is 100% true.
So this second station here, this tower, it's well designed. Getting up on it, it is a little bit tricky. You got to know what you're doing. It's not for the unagile.
It's like
Step here, step here. It does have a locking mechanism here. I've already got it locked for. And then you just slide it back.
Oh, nice.
Now you do have the same style leaning post up here as you do down here.
Right.
You have a footrest here that folds down.
And in your tower, you've got a nice, your Garmin screen there.
Another Garmin 8612. It is linked into these too.
Oh, wow.
You also have helm controls. You got your throttle controls, you got your jack plate controls, and you do have steering controls up there as well.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
This boat's loaded. This boat is loaded. And when they called it a hybrid, and I'm really seeing it now because I just don't think there's anything we couldn't do. What is the size of the fuel tank? Do you know?
110 gallons.
110 gallons. Okay. So, we can go a pretty long ways, with that as well, because you're probably getting,
based on the fuel economy I see out of these, you should be easily 50, 60 miles is within range.
Yeah, yeah.
Which will put you, if you're here on the Gulf Coast, that puts you into some good fishing spots.
Yeah, puts you some great fishing. All right, so let's move to the bow area.
So you also got another dry fish box up here. This one is insulated as well. A little bit smaller. It's gonna be more of a cooler, keep drinks, snacks, that kind of stuff on the boat.
Seems like we got a ton of additional just storage up here in the bow area as well.
There's rod storage over here on the sides. Now, one of the cool things I love about this boat, and a lot of people like, is it still has dividers if you look back in there. So it's got your individual trays, but as you look back in there, it's going to keep your rod. So if you go to reach in there and pull one out, it's not going to be tangled with everything else that's in there.
Right, which drives me freaking crazy. So that's on each side. All right,
it's on both sides, correct.
Yeah, that's helpful. And then what else we got?
This just another locking rod storage locker. Put whatever you need. Another nice thing about this is everything. All these compartments up here are locking. So say y'all are going out of town. So you're going over to Destin for the weekend fishing, or you're going down to the Keys. You don't have to worry about getting everything out of the boat. It's locked, it's secure, loaded when you leave the house, unlocked when you get to the water, everything's ready to go.
And did you say they were lit as well?
They did. They all have LEDs inside of them as well. So
that's
you can see
super convenient.
Oh, it's very convenient.
Especially if you're running at night. And then looks like we've got another really, really large.
Yeah, so this is a drive storage up here. So this is going to keep everything out of the weather, keep it good and dry.
Yes.
Safety equipment.
Right.
Maps, whatever you need. And again, you can see on this one, you actually see the LED lighting in there.
Right, yeah, it's right there, right there. Oh, that's nice, man. So there is no lack of storage, and of course we got our trolling motor. I mean, it's tremendous. And so, as we close this out here, David, and we look at this 2700 hybrid, I mean, to me, what I'm seeing is, just to reiterate, if you are saying to yourself, I want something that truly is built to do it all in terms of all the types of fishing that you could possibly do here in the Gulf area. Yeah. Sure, and you can certainly cruise with it, right? But like, if you want to cobia fish, if you want to go after the kings, if you want to stay in, looks to me like this boat was designed to do those things. It's
designed to do everything you could ask it to. And this boat is especially perfect for that family where dad wants to be able to take his kids out speck fishing.
Yeah.
Go chase fish, just go catch them. He wants to take his buddies out catching kings, go catch snapper. It's the perfect boat for that. As the kids get bigger, you can kind of mature your fishing, we'll call it. You know, as they start getting out of the smaller fish, you can start chasing bigger fish.
Right.
It's a boat that's going to last and grow with your family too.
Yeah, last and grow with your family. I like that. Let's cover pricing one more time. The MSRP on this one again was?
MSRP is $278, $595.
And we're letting this unit go. The key is we've got to move this unit, and that's why we've made this video just for this unit right here.
$199, $999. It's
All
only
right.
$200,000.
Yeah, so $200,000, you can have the most loaded hybrid boat really that you're going to find out there. And so you just don't, you know, if you're trying to get a hybrid boat and you're looking at a lot of other lines and you're going to be up in the 3s and 4s, you can get something for half that. So
oh, absolutely. And especially from a name like Blazer. Blazer's been in the game for a long time. This is a new hole for them, but they put the effort, put the design in there.
right.
These are guys that use these boats. They live down here on the Gulf Coast with us. They live right over in Pensacola. They fish out of Pensacola. They fish in the Gulf Coast. They know what works. They know what's going to be the best boat for you. And they kind of, everybody put their input in, and this is what the result was.
Yeah.
It really does a lot of things well.
Pretty cool. 2700 hybrid by Blazer Bay. Make sure you come see this guy here, David, at L&M Marine. And we hope that this was helpful to you. And of course, there's a lot of other boats that we have in stock and other inventory boats, 2024s, that we have to move. So come on out, come see us. We'd love to get you out there on the water.